my dudes, how's it hanging? It's your boy ZNF1 here. Today I want to discuss with you guys the best matches you guys can get for survival kits, keep on you, for your bug out bags, etc, etc. However though, before we get into this video, let's go ahead and cue intro. Alright, so first off we got these green tip matches. Basically, as far as I'm aware of, what these are green for is simply because it's to signify that they're from a well-managed or a responsibly managed forest. So it comes from trees that are, managed pretty decently. That, and it might be like slightly a little bit more water resistant than your standard matches. Next we have stormproof matches. These are very good matches to have in general. There are maybe one more that are like these, but slightly better. Alrighty, and then the third and final type of matches I'm going to show you guys and tell you about are these Zippo Typhoon matches. They're really, really good. They're actually the whole reason why I decided to do this video, simply because they look badass as shit and I wanted to try them out. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd actually be a really good video to do something on, is different types of matches and kind of like what's the best one you can get. Now these ones burn up in 30 seconds and they're a lot bigger than the stormproof matches, and it's a lot bigger of a flame, so it can be really handy to have in a bug out bag or like a survival kit of sorts. I'd honestly, for a survival kit, I'd probably go with stormproof matches just because of size, but these would be really good to keep handy on you in case you need them for any sort of like camping situations or bug out, etc. You can even keep a box inside your car in case you get stranded, in your car and you need some source of flame to light a fire with if you don't have a lighter. Obviously, not really shocking to find out that Zippo has really good matches, since they make really good Zippo lighters. Love the shit out of mine. It's done me really well for quite a long time, all the ones that I have had. But these are also waterproof. I let one of these soak inside water for like anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes and it worked pretty good. Mind you, I'm going to tell you with anything, if it says that it's waterproof, just be careful. Test it out with one of them. I would assume that when they say waterproof, it means just water resistant, because after a certain amount of time of soaking up so much moisture, you can't really get sparks. Either way, they're really good fucking matches though, and highly worth it, despite the fact that they are $8, at least here where I live at. Now, these are actually how big the fuckers are. They're about the size of the box. They're pretty fucking ridiculous, and they make really, really intense heat. And I know this for sure. It smells so much like gunpowder whenever you strike one too. It's ridiculous, but it gets the fucking job done, and you definitely won't have any problems with these. And the tips are really fucking big, so it makes it pretty great and easy to strike. Then, like, another thing too, if you want to make your matches more waterproof or water resistant, you can coat the tips in wax, and then before you go and use them, you just scrape off the tips, so that way you get all that wax off. And it'll help it a lot too, to make it a little bit more water resistant, so you can use them when you need to, because that wax coating obviously is gonna have that sort of layering over it and keep it like watertight, so it doesn't have water seeping into it, as long as there's no holes or anything in it. The best way to make sure that they are absolutely 100% waterproof is to you could do the wax tip in addition to getting a waterproof match container, because those will fucking save you so much hassle, and they're so great for emergency situations or for camping, hiking, etc, in case your shit gets all soaked in water. You don't have to worry about having as much of a hassle starting a fire if you have a waterproof container for your matches, in addition to, like, I'd say a Zippo lighter or just any sort of like torch or regular Bic lighter. What we're going to do is we're going to submerge all three of these matches in water for like anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to show you how effective they are after being, drenched in water, and show you exactly how quote-unquote waterproof they are. So first up, we got the, Diamond green tip matches, or the green light ones. Plop it in, plop a couple in actually, let those soak for 2 or 3 minutes, and come back and show you guys how well they work. It's been a couple of minutes now, so we're going to take these out and show you guys how well they work. So these green tip matches I don't really have much faith in because they don't really do well when they're wet. So that's one of them. Didn't work really, so we'll try it on the other side. And yeah, no bueno. This one broke even. They can be water resistant, however, you know, if you coat the tips in candle wax. But after that point, you just scratch out the tip and then you'd be able to use it again. Or you let these matches dry out and then use them again. That's really going to be the only way you'll be able to get the most use out of like standard matches or these green tip matches. The next matches that we're going to have soak in this water are going to be the UCO Stormproof matches. And we're going to let this one soak for like a minute or two. And we're going to show you guys exactly how well it does after being submerged in water for a couple of minutes at least. That'll give you guys like a good estimate on what exactly to expect for these types of matches. The third and final match that we're going to, you know, submerge in water and then test, it's going to be the Typhoon matches. So again, we're just going to plop it in there, let it soak for 2 or 3 minutes, and then come back and show you guys how well it performs compared to the other two. In the meantime, though, what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how well these UCO Stormproof matches do after being submerged in water. So go ahead and strike it. Well, if I can even fucking hit it. And look, see, it still works pretty decently still. So, guess you know if it's submerged in water for 2 or 3 minutes, it'll still work. Alrighty, now that that's been submerged for a couple minutes, take that out and give her a go here. Alright, so same as the other Stormproof matches. Another thing I've discovered with these, you can actually submerge them in water. And like, see how it's still fucking like bubbling and burning and shit? You literally can submerge it in the water and it'll still burn. That's fucking badass as shit, right? Like, I think that's cool as fucking hell. Alrighty, so basically, from what you guys can see and what I gathered, the best matches you could have for a bug out bag or a survival kit are going to be these Zippo ones. And they are a little more pricey, yes. But if you do have the money, you know, they are definitely a worthwhile investment. They burn up in 30 seconds. They're pretty decently waterproof, and you know, they are definitely windproof, like for sure. And these would be really handy for starting a fire or something like that, especially if you know you don't want to use like lighters or anything. These would be good matches to go for. If you're willing to spend, you know, the money on it. But like I said, either way, it's really worthwhile investment just to buy some of these, like a couple packs, and keep them inside your house in case, you know, you need them to like light a wood stove or vice versa. That, or you could, you know, just buy a lighter or like a torch lighter, like a mini one, like a clipper, and just fucking go to town on whatever timber you got or tinder you got to start a fire with in that situation. These Zippos were $7.95. These Zippo matches were $7.95 at Walmart. Like I said, definitely a little bit pricier, but worthwhile though if you do get them. Now, on the other hand, if you're a bit struck on cash for the time being, you know, the next best. So if you're stressed, now, if you're stressed on cash currently or funds, a good second option would be the Stormproof matches by UCO. They're really good. They're smaller, but they still burn pretty quickly too, and they have a nice, good, intense flame for the size that they are. And you also get like the 2 extra strike pads as well too. You can put inside a bug out bag, a survival kit, or anywhere across the house, you know, that you might remember it for emergency situations, or like if you want to, you know, take it with you to go camping and try it out, etc. But these are really good. They are decently water resistant, or waterproof as they call them, you know. Again, this I soaked for like 2 minutes and it still worked. That's pretty water resistant. But yeah, no, so these at Walmart were $2.97, so decently cheaper than the big Zippo ones. You get 25 of these. It's the same with the Zippo ones as well too. But if you want to save money, you get a couple boxes of these instead, and it do damn near the same job, just wouldn't burn as intensely, you know. Pretty sure these also actually do the whole bubbling thing underwater, you know. And you can take them out from the water and they'll still be like intense flames after a second. And then, you know, obviously if you just want generic ones for whether it's like smoking or just like basic survival stuff, and you're really stripped on cash, you can get these Greenlight ones. You can get a pack of 10 matchboxes for, looks like 97 cents on Walmart or on their website. But you'd be set for a while with that. That's a pretty good fucking deal, honestly. If you're gonna go that route, the best way to make them waterproof would be to coat the tips in wax and then, you know, get a watertight container. For any of these, regardless if it's the Zippo, UCO Stormproof matches, or just the standard diamond green tip matches or regular matches, you want to get watertight containers to make sure that they are absolutely waterproof. If you get watertight containers, you don't really have to worry about, you know, your shit getting fucking soaked in water and getting all wet and stuff like that, and then not working when you really need it. Those are honestly the best two options overall for any of these choices, would be to, you know, get the watertight containers and to coat the tips in wax so you can just scrape it off for later usage if it happens to get soaked in water or anything. Another thing you can do is to make it a little bit more potent and like flary. With these Greenlit matches, if you want to burn a little bit more intensely, you can just feather the wood on it. So you just take a knife and delicately like peel it back, kind of like starting to shave it, and you leave the shavings on so they're like curled back, you know. That way it'll hit that and it'll burn a bit more in different areas, so it'll create a more intense flame. So either way, the one that I'm going to recommend if you have the money for are going to be these Typhoon matches. If not, like I said, those UCO Stormproof matches are really fucking good still regardless, and they're a lot cheaper. They're just a lot smaller. If you need really intense flames to make things really easy for you, or you just want that convenience, definitely get these Typhoon ones. I fucking love them. I was so excited when I got it to try them out, and oh, I had a lot of fun for like a good couple of hours just sitting here playing with fucking matches like a little kid. Be very careful lighting these inside though, especially these Typhoon ones, because the fucking odor stinks. Oh my god, it smells terrible. Especially if you try to extinguish it in fucking, you know, mid-flame in the water. Stinks so much. That's gonna be it for us today, my dudes. If you guys did enjoy, please, you know, as usual, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and then share this with your friends. When you do this, it helps show me what all you guys are enjoying, and it helps to get us further up in that YouTube algorithm to help other people understand how to be independent and free from the system in order to, you know, just kind of survive if they need to or if they want to. Until next time, though, my dudes, thank you to all 15 of you badass motherfuckers of this survival tribe. I appreciate you very much, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Thank you to any new viewers or fans that are watching as well too. I always appreciate you guys too. That's gonna be it for us today, my dudes. Until next time, please don't forget to, you know, live long, prosper, take care and peace, and keep it 1,000,000% real. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Boom!